Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon or good evening, whichever one that is applicable, or good day from wherever part of the world where we are joining the class. Yeah, welcome back to today's masterclass, which is the second day in our free masterclass for this November, December. This is in preparation for the next cohort coming in January 2024. For those of us who are just joining for the first class, so this is brought to you by the Concept Consult. We engage in accounting services, tax services, consultancy, training, business registrations, and the rest. But without wasting time, we know that tech is changing the way our jobs look like. The previous job we used to do is changing, and new jobs are coming to the fore, almost like on daily basis. So the way at which this is going, there is need for everyone to really upskill. There's need to upskill, and one of the easiest area through which one can move into tech or take the most advantage of technology is data analysis. Why? Because data analysis is easy to migrate into from wherever background you have. Easy to join. It has a good pay, and it cut across all industries. It's not limited to any industry, and it's not refined to a particular sector. So it's needed by every business organization, and is one of the skills needed. And one of the skills that will be needed in the nearest future. So some of the careers that we can take advantage of if we learn this skill is data analyst, scientist, BI analyst, database administrator, and perhaps data engineer. To become a data engineer, you need to do more. You need to do more and learn some other skills after maybe if you join the training, after being a data analyst rather. So just like I said, the average salary of data analysts across the world is not is just above average of a in fact, as a professional, above average of a professional, you're going to get very good job with this skill of data analysis. And some of the tools that can quickly help you as a data analyst included Microsoft Excel, which is known to almost every one of us. We have Tableau, which we are going to learn today. We have PowerBI, Plotly, Sibon, Google, Lucas, and some other ones. So all these tools, whichever we know or understand, among them we have RStudio, we have Python, and all the rest. So, but looking at all these tools, there are some that involve a kind of writing some codes and some jargons, while we have some drag and drop part of it. Among the drag and drop is Microsoft Excel, Tableau, Power BI, I think Data Studio. So all these, they are like a drag and drop of a thing. We don't learn any code. You don't need to know any code before you can use all these. In fact, you don't even need to have too much basic knowledge of statistics. With your basic mathematics experience and the understanding of what data you're working on, and what you want to take out of it. So with this, you'll be able to function well with this knowledge. That is, if you know Excel very well, is a very good place to start. And you had some other skills, especially in terms of Tableau, which is popularly known as a visualization tools. It's popularly known. Unfortunately, it's not free. It's not free, and it's not cheap. Power BI is free. Power BI Desktop is very free and it's also very good. These are built specifically for data visualization. While Excel is used for multiple things, these are built for basically data viz. So, and the bottom of the concept is going to take you through the training. The next training we are planning to do is 10 weeks. It's going to take 10 weeks. I'm going to start January 14th, 2024. January 13th, rather. 13th of January 2024. And it's going to take a span of 10 weeks. 10 weeks. And the 10 weeks is not enough. I must convey to you. When you talk about data analysis, it is include continuous learning. The 10 weeks will keep you on the track, give you the basics you need to function as a data analyst. And you cannot expect to become a professional in 10 weeks. So don't deceive yourself and don't let anybody deceive you that you become a pro in 10 weeks. Yeah, you will understand what you need to function and you can build on that. You can always build on that. None of these skills, none of these tools we talk about, even Excel, I am sure most of us that have been using Excel for like 10, 15 years, we've not used 10% of Excel or even 15% of what Excel can do for us. And we have been using Excel for like 10, 15 years. So the same thing applicable to all these tools. But that doesn't mean that you don't know Excel. The fact that you don't know everything that Excel can do for you does not mean that you don't know Excel. The same thing, you can't know everything about Tableau. You can't know everything about PowerBI. You can't know everything about any of this, because even those people who own the tools, those who develop the software, they keep improving on them on daily basis. So they are adding more and more tools, which even make it impossible for anybody to know everything about them. So the training is going to started by God's grace by January 13th, and the cost of the training is 60,000 naira. Although during the last class, there were discussion about the possibility of making some people to pay, perhaps to have a kind of discount, which we agreed to, and that has been explained in our various groups, that whoever is able to pay before 31st or pay substantial amount before 31st is going to enjoy a kind of 10,000 discount, while whoever is paying in January is going to pay full value, 60,000 naira. And like I told you, the cost we are giving you, not, I can't say it's the cheapest, but for the value we are giving out, I doubt if you can get it anywhere else at that rate. In fact, those people, those ones you see some trainings you get for 150, 200,000 are not up to what we're going to give you with 60,000 naira. If you like, you can go ahead and check, go and check their, what do you call it? Their brochure, and check what they are going to teach you within maybe 8 weeks or 7, but you're going to pay heavily through your nose. But I can bet it, they cannot match what we're going to give to you within with just 60,000 naira. So even if you miss the benefit of the 10,000 the discount, the 60,000 itself is already a discount. It's already at a discount, a very marginal discount. So that is that. And we also give you opportunity to pay instrumentally up till the end of the 3rd week. Out of the 10 weeks, you have the opportunity of paying up to the end of the 3rd week, which is going to fall at the end of January or the beginning of February next year. So also we promise 100% money back guarantee. If after the 3rd classes, that is the 1st class, 2nd class, 3rd class, you're not satisfied, you get your money back 100%. No charges, no commission. So you're going to get your money back if you are not satisfied. So then we'll talk about other things we do, and other training we also do include data analysis, data entry, accounting software training. Then we talk about individual of the previous one, which Excel, PowerBI, Tableau, Python, SQL. All these you can handle them individually. So looking at the next year, in case you cannot meet up with the first one, data analysis class is going to start in January, then in April, then in July, then in October. And if you are looking at the data entry class, we're going to start the first one in February next year, and followed by April. This is going to be like in two months. The data entry is 4 weeks training, and this is where you're going to learn the office. What do you call it? The office tools that make you to function well as a business person, and even as an office worker. How to make most use of the tools that will help you to be a very good perhaps employee or a business owner or even an entrepreneur. Perhaps this skill, if you understand the data entry very well, you can build a business on it, because I'm going to teach you how to turn it to business, how to make the best use of it, and make business out of it. It's not just about data entry. It's not just about typing in how to type. No, it's not about typing. It's not about input data in Excel. Far beyond that. The Excel is just like let's say like 5% of what we're going to learn. Excel is just like 5% of what we're going to learn. We're going to learn a lot of things in the data entry class. So in case you are interested, you can always talk to me, and when the time comes, we are going to make it publicly known to everyone who want to join the class. So now, last week we learned Power BI, and I remember I can see that during the class, I think this is it. So during the class, we make use of data from data Superstore dataset, which we visualize, and you can see how easy the tool is, and we are able to extract some basic information from the data. So if you look at the data set itself, advantage of all these tools is this. If you look at this data set, I think we used this data last week, Sample Superstore. If you look at this data coming up, you see that it's very much, and you can't say anything about it. If as a manager or whatever, if you have this data, if you don't know how to make use of it, you just look at it, it's like a bit scary. And see, just 9,900 data. So what do you think about this data? What is the data saying? What can you get from this? You can see that it's not easy unless you have a knowledge of analysis, where you can analyze this data and tell us what are contained in this data. So during the class, we built this simple dashboard whereby we can now see, okay, these are total sales. You have number of customer. We can see the analysis of our customer. I think we have this as a top 10 customer we have. Then we talk about our sales analysis. We talk about we compare the yearly sales. We compare the different categories of data set. So we also include slicer, which you can use to also filter them, to see them by region. We have various regions which you can actually use to visualize this. So these are what we learned during the last class. So today, we're going to look at another software or another tool called Tableau. When you talk about data analysis, Tableau is one of the most popularly used tool all around the world. In fact, is one of the tools that gives you joy of being a data analyst. Because it doesn't require too much coding that you have to know the formula, know this and that. No, it makes life simpler for you. It makes your life very simple. So, and we are going to use it to analyze a data set called Titanic. I think most of us we understood some things, one or two things about Titanic, and what happens to Titanic in those years when it happens. So we know it is a story of a ship that was built with a very good server, and unfortunately has I think it eats an iceberg, and the the ship sank. Some people survived and some people died. So now we have this data set of the people, those people who actually boarded Titanic on that fateful day. So what happened to them? How many people survived? How did they survive? And what is their demography? Where they come from? What is their age group? All these are included in this data. So you can see their age group. We have adult, we have infant, we have this, and we have their age also. This all these infants, you can see they are not even up to 1 year. All this, okay. We have some 1 year, 1, 2 years. There we have infant, we have passengers. So here we have 1, and there is 0 here. Okay, so and where they belong to, we have the class or department. We have engineering crew, first class, second class, and the rest. We also have the crew or passenger. Who are they? Are they crew? Every person there, is it a crew or a passenger? Then is the person, as the person disembark on the journey, perhaps maybe he has dropped at his own destination before the incident happened or not. We also have where they embarked on the journey, that is where they boarded the ship. Their genders are known. We have the home country of those people who actually boarded the ship. The job details of some of them are known. Their job, the passenger name are also known. You can see their name. So here we are. I think we have the surname in capital letter, and then we have the other names also. So you can see the names of the passenger. Then we have the price in British pounds. I think the amount paid while joining the ship. Then the profile of each of the survivor, where you can get their profile is there. So we have survived. We want to know, is this survive or a victim? Each one of them, like this, Mr. Godly, is he survive or is he a survivor or a victim? So you can see in this case, this guy is a survivor, while this other guy here is a victim, that is, he died. So we have the ticket number that they use embodied the server and the year of birth. So this is just the simple introduction to the data set we're going to use. And without wasting time, so we are going to move into Tableau, and I'm going to explain some things about Tableau. Okay, now when you launch Tableau, okay, let's pick it like this. We have various Tableau various tools that we can use in Tableau. We have Tableau Public, we have Tableau Prep, and we also have some other Tableau tools too. So let me go into Tableau here. Tableau.com itself, not public. Okay, let's go to Tableau itself. Okay, so you can see the resources they have. Looking at the resources they have, you see a lot of things that we have here. Okay, where is a different product? Sorry, this is the product they have. You can see that different products they have. We have Tableau data management, Tableau desktop, prep builder. This Tableau prep is like the Power Query that we have in Power BI. So that is what Tableau Prep is all about. So you can see we have Tableau Cloud, Tableau Server, and whatsoever. But popularly, in learning Tableau, you need one of the two. Either you download Tableau Desktop for learning, and use Tableau Desktop for learning, but unfortunately, you can only use this for 14 days. However, some people know how to manipulate it. Some people, there's a way they use to manipulate it. They download maybe the older version, like 2020 version. When that one expires, they downloaded the next version, and they also they know how to do that, but I don't know how to do it. I've tried several times, but I could not get it. So some people know how to manipulate all those there. So which means that 15 days, after 15 days, they uninstall that one, download that one, and they have been successful. They are using it successfully, but I don't know how to do that. So we have Tableau Desktop, which you can install for like 15 days, and after 15 days, it's going to expire for you. Then we have Tableau. After apart from desktop, we also have Tableau Public. Tableau Public, just like the Tableau Desktop, it works exactly the same way, except that Tableau Public cannot save onto your system. You cannot save whatever you have done on your system. You have to save it into Tableau server. You have to save it online. It has to be online as some of your portfolio. It's going to serve like your portfolio online. So which means that if somebody wants to see the job you've done, you can quickly give them your link, and they're going to see some of the job we have done on that. And also Tableau Public cannot be used to connect to servers. If you look at Tableau, you can see that Tableau can be used to connect with wide range of data sets. You see, we have the flat files like Excel, this, and we have JSON, Access, PDF, spatial files, statistical file, and to servers. To server like MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, Amazon Redshift, and more. You can see all these sources. All these sources, you can link your Tableau Desktop to them. But Tableau Public, because it's public, they limited how you can use it to connect to live data, so as not to put yourself into trouble. You know, people can be careless and go and use their office data, the real life data of their company, and they put it into the cloud. You get that? And that will put them in trouble, and confidentiality problem can come in at that point. So they deliberately make sure that you cannot connect to anything server here. So you can only connect to all these basic data here. And when you want to save it, you cannot save onto your system. Sorry, you cannot save to your system. You can only save, unlike here, I can save to my system, save as. But Tableau Public will ask you to save into the Tableau Public server. So when you save there, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like something like this, whereby you can, when you log into your profile, assuming this is your profile, so you are going to see what you have, like the visualizations that you have, the favorite there, the favorite one as you mark it, the hidden one, which means that even when you have your visuals, you can also hide it. For example, if I click on this, you can see that show on my profile. If you don't want it to show on your profile, just click on this. If you want to delete it, you can also delete it from your profile. You can see that it's no longer in my listing again. It has moved to hidden. So you can come back to this place, and under the hidden, you will see it here, and you can now remove it from hidden again, and then you turn it back to where it belongs. So you can show on your feeds, and if you want to delete it also, you can just go back to your feeds, and click on it, then you delete this feeds. You can delete it, and if you want to download it, I said you cannot save it, but there is a way by which you can get the data out. For example, if I save this data, I'm going to save it as package workbook. We have Tableau workbook and we have packaged workbook. So that is I want to save this data. But at the same time, if you have it in Tableau, if you have something saved in Tableau Public, you can also get your package workbook out. How? Just open the vis, then you see download button here. Click on download button and you see Tableau workbook. So you can download it and keep it. So if you cannot save it directly, indirectly now you can save it into your onto your system. So which means that you still have your file, that you've used in that analysis. So that is a brief thing. And also if you subscribe to this every day you see a kind of views of the day, you can see what people are using Tableau to build. This is the visualization built by somebody. You can see very nice looking visual. You see the visualization built by someone. So you can see it very nice. And so this is the views of the day. So you can always go down and see more. You can always see more of it. And if you see anyone you like, you can download it. If it's not protected, here you can protect your workbook from being downloaded, being downloadable also. Even if you are using a public, you can make it open for people to download it. You can see these are visuals. This is sport visual. Somebody built this, and let me see. So you can see the visual the person built. Very nice looking visual. So if you want to download it, you can just click on this download, and if you allow it, you will see Tableau workbook. It's downloadable, which means you can download it and open it in your own Tableau to see how the person built this visual. So you can always use it to learn. Also, you can come into Tableau Public, download something, and this thing will come with this data set also. You have the data set here. Sometimes it allows you to download. If not download, it's going to be part of the package workbook that you have. And with that, you can now see, you can trace how the person built the visual, the format it uses, and other things. You can use that one to also build your own visuals. So those are the way by which you can learn and develop your skill of data visualization with Tableau. And somebody was talking about the price the other time. Looking at the price of Tableau, it's not something unless somebody has a real reason why you want to use it. And if you look at it, the price is not that cheap. You see, the price is not that cheap. And this is monthly. This is like monthly subscription. You see, this is like monthly subscription is not that cheap. No, this viewer cannot do anything. You can only use Creator, which is which you can use to create visuals, and it's not that cheap. Get it? It's not that cheap. So it's not something you can just say unless there is maybe you are using for businesses or server. That's when you can, especially in naira value. You are talking about 75,000 naira per month, or like almost 100,000 in a month. You can see that is very expensive for you to manage. So that is the brief. That is just a brief introduction to Tableau. Then we have on the interface that you can see connect. Here you can connect to wide range of data set, and on the right side we have discover. The discover here, you can also use this place to learn. What you have on discover, you can also use it to learn. There are a lot of resources, free resources online that you can learn. There, Tableau Prep, this and that, you can learn from them also. So let's quickly get into our data, and we have spent 30 minutes already, so we want to use the remaining time to build something meaningful from this. Okay, so before we start, is there any question? Let's know if there's any question from anyone, then we move on. Okay, we are 15 in class. Good. A good number. Any question? Or we can move on.
Hello.
Hello.
I actually have a question.
Okay.
My question is, using Tableau as a form of data analysis to analyze your data, is it just raw data that you can use it to analyze, or because there are some like this data set that we have on Excel sheet, there are some, can we say these are the real data, or there are some that has been included to it already?
How? I don't know. This is the data you can get. These are data that you can get online. You get it now. So I don't know if something has been included or not. I was not there.
Okay, just want to confirm because there are some.
I think data set for it can be, you can have, maybe you can, what you can see, I don't think they will add anything to it. what you can see from this data set is maybe it might be voluminous than this, and they just extract some. You get it now? This can just maybe maybe a kind of compressed data from this Titanic dataset. And if you check online, you can always see Titanic dataset, especially if you go to Kaggle or some other online tools or online whatever. You can see Titanic is just everywhere. Titanic dataset. You can get it everywhere. Doing for CSV download. So you can get it from GitHub, from Kaggle. I know from Kaggle you will get it from Kaggle. So if you check from Kaggle, you might see different form. You can see maybe someone that is one that is larger than the other ones. I don't know. So possibly it is possible they have removed, but I don't think they will add to it. They can only remove from it. This one has 3 files. This is a train, so CSV. This is a test. You can see. So from here, if you register with Kaggle, you can get the data from here. We have the gender transmission. Okay, this is Titanic machine learning. So this one is different. This Titanic machine learning. Okay, from disaster. Yeah, it's still the same from the same disaster, and you can see it by yourself and download it. You get it now. So that is that. I don't know much about the data, but we have data in the public domain and we are using it. How genuine it is, known to them. But this is good to learn what you want to learn. Please let me quickly change my power source, please. So that's so I'm back. So what I also think, what other things you can do is this. You can see that when you are connecting to your data, if you are using Tableau Desktop, I said, like, if you look at this data, you must understand data you want to connect to. This data set currently is where is it? Titanic. I think come down. Titanic. Where is it? Okay, this is it. You must know the data set you are using. Anything CSV, this is CSV, comma, separated value. So text and CSV, they go together. So it's not Excel. So if you are connecting to any CSV value, you're going to use text. In a PowerBI, you have text stroke CSV. So I'm going to click on text. We are connecting to this, and we're going to pick Titanic dataset from here. And also, if you are inside Tableau like this, you click on connect to data, and it's going to open this for you. Click on text file, select Titanic, and click on open. Okay, so you have your data connected here. And if you look at this, look at the right side, at the top right there, you can see live, you can see extract. You see live, you see extract. The live data means that you are connecting live to the data where the data is. And in most cases, if you are working with, maybe you link to your server on your system or your company data, it's going to be on live. So the more they change the data, the update data, your visual, you just refresh your visual and it will update itself. That is, you don't need to be building the visual every time, unless there is reason for you to say, okay, no, help us check this. What about this? And then what about this? Can you add this? Can you explain this? So all those things you might now need to go back again. But connected to live data set is directly what you are doing. You connect to live data set, either online or offline or whatever. But for Tableau Public, you will not have access to this. What you have is extract. You're going to have extract, which means that it's going to upload it's going to extract your data. And even if you are working on a live data set, especially in a company where you have a large data set, the first thing for you to do is just to extract it first. Extract it. When you work finish, then you leave it, you take it back to live. Right? Because working with live can make your system to be slow. While extract, the Tableau already has already extracted the data, and it will save it in a very light mode, a lighter mode, which you can now you quickly, it helps you to build your visual faster compared to working directly on a live data set. And on the left side here, you will see something called data interpreter. Unlike Power BI, Tableau, most of the time, Tableau gets your data more. Your data, Tableau understands your data more than the Power BI. You can see in Power BI, you can be struggle with date, you can struggle with some text and other things. Tableau usually get your data better. And in case when you now see, in case you have some maybe some spaces around your data and you have issue with some of them, you can use this data interpreter also. When you use this, Tableau will also take more time to look at the data again one by one, column by column, and give you what in its idea think to be the best for you. If you connect your data, likely because I'm using an older version, you may not see it like this. You may see something like you may see this field analysis on the left and the table on the right. I'd like you to see that something like this. You're going to see something like this. You're going to see something like this. This is how your own is going to look like, so that you don't confuse yourself. This is different from what we are taught in class. So I'm going to use online tools to just quickly explain that. So download. So I'm going to use this. So yours is going to look like this. After connected, you're going to see something like this. It's going to look like this. So here, this one is explaining this data. What you have in each of the column, this is what this one is telling you. You get it? It's telling you what you have in each of the column. You have the first column to be age group. You can see passengers survive this, or what each of the columns stand for. That's what this one is explaining to you. And this is something you can also see from here. This is a text, or you call it a string. And if you want to change it, you can always come here and change the type. Always change the data type from here. And you can click on this and change it also. You can change it either to date or whatever you want to change to. So back to the desktop version. So I would have preferred to use this desktop version because the online can be okay. I think we can use the two together, Sha. And let's see how we go, what we get here. So for the purpose of the, so you can, when you're following a class, it will not, but there are other things that make it different also. Okay, so so you can hide this place and so you can see your data. Let's look at data very well. We have this to be text. Remember during the Power BI, I said two things you must check. When you bring your data in, you must check for two things. The data header, and the type of data. This is a text, this is a number. If you don't know, click on it, you will see it. This number, old number. So this so that is you see them text, old number, text, or string. It's called string here. So we have it, we have this, we have the text also. And that will be text. This is geographical sign. If you check it, is country or region. You see the home country, that's country or region. You see the next one. We have job. We have job. The passenger name is a text. This the amount paid price is that is the number. That's a number or number. That's decimal number. So we have that one, survive or not survive. We have it with text. Ticket is number. Year of birth is number. So these are everything we have in this table. Now, so now coming to the sheet where we're going to build our visuals. Tableau has three types of sheet: sheet, dashboard, story. We have sheet, we have dashboard, and we have stories. Unlike Power BI, where you can build everything on the same dashboard, in Tableau, one views per sheet, one views per sheet. That's the only thing you can do. Then you combine all the visualizations into one dashboard. So if you have like a 2 or 3 sheet or 4 sheet, and you go to when you create a dashboard, you can see that we have new dashboard. You see all the 3 sheets, which you can now use them. You can combine them into a dashboard. We also have story. The story now, you can, this is where you present your data. You present, when you want to present your data, we present in story. That's Tableau story. And that's one of the things that make Tableau to be fantastic. So I'm going to remove the dashboard for now. I pray we get there today. So delete. So let's quickly look at sheet 1. Now, at sheet 1, you see something here that will surprise you. Tableau has divided your data into 2. That column, the columns, all the columns you have in your analysis has been divided into 2. Sheet 1. So automatically Tableau will look at your data. It will make some of them dimension, and to make some of them measure. Remember, when you are analyzing something, look at it from here up to this line. That is dimension. And everything after the line, all these are measures, which means that all these are the column that has calculations, the column where you can do aggregations. These are what we have under the measure. White dimensions are those groups, those columns that we can use to analyze the measure. They are called what? Dimension. For example, let's say we want to know the number of people that died. We can know it, this number of people. How many people survive? We want to know them by their country. We want to know by their gender. So you can use this one at the top to explain what we have down here. That is what we have as dimension and measure. You can see dimension at the top. In your cases, you may not see dimension. In the new versions, we will not write dimension here again. You cannot see measure here, but you see this line here in between them that tells you that what we have here is different from what you have here. And one good thing about Tableau is this. If you look at this, you can see the line here. All this one is a blue line, the blue pills. Although, not because it's dimension that make it to be blue, or what is measure that make it to be green. But we're going to learn that one during the full class. We cannot go into all the details now. So let's quickly look at data we have here. Now, the first thing we want to look at, how many people are there in this Titanic ship? That's the first thing we should ask ourselves. How many people we have here? Looking at this data set, each row stands for one person. Each row stands for what? One person. So how many people do we now have here? We can get that by using what? The number of record. The number of records shows the number of rows. In some cases, you can also edit it. You can edit the name and give it another name. You can call it maybe number of passenger or number of whatsoever. So okay, sorry. Change aliases. Edit or rename. Yeah, you can rename it as let's call it number of what? What do we call it? Number of people in the ship. They call, okay, let's say, not of that passenger, but number of okay, let's call it passengers, huh? Whatever. But of people, number of people involved, people rather, because okay, there are different people there. So let's call it as number of people. You can see that we're able to change that. Instead of having the number of record, you cannot see the number of people involved now. So let's just drag this into text. I just drag it into text here. What we have, it's going to summarize everything for us. We have 2,456 people here. 2,456 people here. So if you want to change this from text to any other form, just click on show me and select something else. You can select anything. Okay, you can select something like this, whatever you like. Just select something. You can see it's changing, just changing. So you can change it to any visuals. But I'm taking back to text now. This is a text. Can you see the first one among the show me button here? When you click on the show me button, it shows you these options. When you click again, the show me will go off. So we have 2,456 people on this in this Titanic ship. Okay, let's quickly summarize it and see let's quickly have the summary of what they have. These 2,456, how can we know them better? So we can use end of the dimension here. But for now, let's quickly use survive to quickly see them at a glance. I'm going to drag survive to either column or row. You can see that we have column, we have row here. Whichever you drag it to, you can always swap it. So I'm dragging survived into column first. Can you see that we have these people who has now been divided into three? Under the survived, we have three set of people here. Those who have disembarked on the journey, those who survived the incident, and those who actually died at the end of the day. So we have their numbers: 249, 711, 1,492. So let's put this one in the entire view of fit width. Okay, let's put in entire view, and we can see the figure very well. Those disembarked, 249, those survived, 711, and the victim, 1,496 people were the victim of this incident. Do you get that? Any question at this point?
6 people in what area, sir?
Sir?
You said 6 people.
Where? I said 1,496.
Were the victims?
Yeah, were the victims. Survivor, 711. Disembarked, those who have dropped from the server before the incident happened. There are 249 people. So that is just a quick way of quickly seeing what the data, summary of the whole data that we have there. That is it. Okay. As it is now.
Sorry, sir. Mr. Kim. Yes. The total number of people, when you put the dimension, the total disappear when you bring that one to the column. Okay. So why can't we have the total on the top and have this the dimension on?
So at the total, we can just click on analyze, and you can analyze it. Let's say total by the row. Since our data is on the row, you can just show the total by the row, and you have data by the right. Yeah, this is the grand total on the right side. So we have disembark, survivor, victim, and the grand total here.
Yeah.
So if you remove it again from that view,
it's just like we all do have it in Nigeria. Okay.
Yeah. So you always have it like this. So, and they can make it a kind of with whichever way you want it to look, so that you can see it clearly. We're going to see how to format it also. We're going to learn how to format it and make it look more appealing. Is that okay now? It's okay. So, so that's the first thing we learn here. This one we just present it like this. If you are not sure where you want to place your data, no wala. I place it in column now. What if I change it to row? Can you see this option here? This option that look like a L shape that facing down, or like 90 degree something whatsoever. Just click on this. You swap column to row and row to column. Click on it again. Change the column to row and the column to row. You can see. Just click on it. It will swap from row to column and from column to row. So Tableau make your life very simple. And you are not sure whether this view is okay for you. Click on show me and select something else. It will show you how it look like. And then you can always swap this again. We have it like this. Look at the other views. Click on this. So you can always use something else to check how it's going to look like. Can you see? So by changing it, it will be telling you what the data is saying. Get it now? So you can always, if you are not sure of how it's looking like, no wala, just put it somewhere and try to experiment with it. But you know, the more you use the tool, the more you are accustomed to it. So, but you can't expect to know everything just in a day. So let me return the number, the column back, the row total again back, and then let's leave that for now. Let's move to sheet 2. We are coming back. I still come back to that place for formatting. Oh, okay. Let's quickly format it once and for all. Let's format this one for once and for all. This survived question mark. We don't need it really. I'm going to click on it and hide it. This one, I'm going to put everything. Let's put it on the entire view so I can fold this sheet. I want to fold the sheet. Then let's format this number. Let's format the number that we have here. Right click on this data. You see that we drag our numbers into text. So you in front of this number, what do you see here? T. And what happened is that it counted the number of people. It's a counter. CNT, I say count. As soon as you are working on the sales, maybe a calculation, maybe sales or financial report, you just change this measure from count to what? To sum.
Sum.
Or you want to use an average, you want to get an average, you change to average or custom distinct count. Perhaps if there is duplication in their name, you can also use distinct count or whatever. You want to get the minimum number, maximum number, all these are there for you to use. So, but for now, what we want to do now is to format this number. I'm going to click on formatting, format. So on the left side, you can see all these options here. But what I'm going to do now first, let's look at the font. Let's change the font to Tableau medium and the size to like 14. Let's bolden this. So let's leave it unboldened. Let's give it a kind of color or something like this. So let's I think we are okay with that for now. Tableau medium, right? So the alignment, let it be in the center. And if you want to wrap it or anything, you can always use all this. So you can always you want to rotate it, you can use this one to rotate. Can you see the rotation here? So you can rotate it from here. So let's turn it back to the normal. So then the number formatting, if you want to format as a number, as a currency, you have the option here. Can you see? You can see them here. So let's leave that for now. And let's also look at this header here. Look at the grand total. Let's give the grand total something different. Let's bolden this. The grand total. Let's bolden it. And let's make it like 15. Let's make it a bit bigger than the rest. And let's leave it. Let's use this color to make it more, so you can see it more than other ones. Okay. And what about this header here? Default, you can change this one also to like a Tableau semi-bold. And let's increase this to like a 16 also. And okay, we don't have axis, sorry. We don't have axis. What we have is header. Okay. We have the header, we don't have axis. Okay, so let's quickly leave this and then go back to font. The header is there. Let's change the headers to Tableau semi-bold. Let's change this to like 16 or so. Let's bolden this and okay, let's use let's leave it black. Let's leave it black. Let's put it in this. I think it's already in the center. Good. And this this one, the title, let's hide. I want to hide title for a reason now. I'll just hide it. We are not going to hide other ones. I hide that one now for because we don't need it again. We don't need that title here when we want to build our dashboard. That's why I hide that. So I think we're okay with this. We don't need to. If you want to fill the whatsoever, you can fill the worksheet. You can fill it with any color you like. If you want to fill it, you want to do anything, you want it to have the colorful whatsoever. It's based on how good you are with colors. You can always do more with Tableau. You can do more with it, but I'm going to put on none for now. None, and then we'll move to new sheet. So I'll go with that. So the next thing I'm going to look at now, let's see how to build a column chart. How to build a column chart. Let me tell you a secret. When you want to build a visual and you don't know how to build it, you know what you do? Click on show me and then take your cursor, put your cursor on any of the visual. When I put my cursor here, you look down, look at when I put cursor on anything, look at this place. Look at this place I'm touching now. So when I put my cursor here, that means for text table, I need one or more dimension and one or more measure. If I put my cursor here, I need one or more dimension and one or two measures. If I put my cursor here, I need one or more dimension, one or two measure. If I put it here, I only need one measure to create this. If I put my cursor here, I need 0 or more dimension, one date, and one or more measure, which means this is going to work with date. This is area chart. Also date, 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 date. All this line chart work with date. I see them. So when you want to create something and you don't know how to create it, just put your cursor on it. I want to build a dimension, a column chart or bar chart. I need 0 or more dimension and I need one or more measure. Good. So let's quickly go back to our data. I'm going to close this format. You can see this box button here. I click on this, it will go off so I can see my dimensions and my measure. So, okay, currently we are going to use this dimension very well. This number of people. I can double click on it. By default, it's giving me line. Just like I change this, I can also change from here, automatic. I can also change from here, change it to something else, to circle. I can change it from here. You can see to automatic, to text, to bar, to anything. So we have it like this. Now, what am I interested in knowing now? Let's say I want to know the gender of these people. We want to know the gender of these people that we have in this journey. What do? You can see that we already have this in the row. I can decide to take the gender now into a column. Now I can see the number of female and number of male in this journey. Can you see the number of female and the number of male in this? Okay. Now, let me see. So let's put it on fields width. Yeah, good. You can see them clearly. Female, male. What else can you do with this? With analysis, you can see the male and female. What else do you think we can also do? Let's see from this male and female. can we view them based on their age group or based on their survivor too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see this. Let's check them by survivor. Now, there are various ways by which I can do that. Let me first drag survivor into the front of a gender. Let's see how it's going to look like. Let's take it to column. You can see that it's a drag and drop story. This is a drag and drop. Drag it and drop it. And if you don't know it, you drag it back again. If it doesn't give you what you want, take it back out of it. Bam. So I'm dragging it back to the column. Now we can see from the male and female. You can see how the distribution is. We have more survivor than victim among the female, while we have more victim than survivor among the male. So with this, we can explain more. You can see that the data is beginning to have meaning to us. That's okay. We can see the number of people who actually, the major people who actually are victim of the circumstance were majorly what? Male. While we have more survivor among the female. Okay. Now, what if I take it from here and I put it here? What happened? I put it from their place to this place. Now we can now see that number of people who survive based on their gender: female, male, female, which means we can in this case now we were able to compare them. Okay, we're able to compare them side by side, which means that number of survivors among male and female are almost like the same. 352, 359. While the number of people who disembark in female are very small compared to what numbers in this, and the female victim were very small compared to the male victim. So you can see that wherever I drag it, it's going to tell me one story or the other. Okay, now let me take it off here. Let me take it off here now. Now I want to drag it. Survive. I want to take it into color. You know, in Excel or Tableau, you know what is called stacked column chart. When you want to create a stacked column chart in Tableau, you don't need any wala. Just drag a dimension into color. Drag a dimension into color. It will tell you, it will create that for you. I'm dragging my survivor into color. Now we have a stacked column chart, which means that among the male, you can see how it broke them down into different groups. The disembarked, survivor, and the victim. Disembarked, survivor, and the victim. So let's leave it like this. This is our second visual here now. So I'm going to leave this for now. Let's quickly format it and see and move to another chart. Okay. Gender. I'm going to hide the gender here. Everybody know that male and female are gender. So number of people here on the left side, this axis, I right click on it and I edit axis. Edit axis, I'm going to remove this from here. Number of people here. Nothing there again. So I leave that. Let me close this. Good. So we can see the data that we have now. So let's quickly format this. There's no number here. How do we know the number of people in this thing? You can see that when I put my cursor on it, it's showing the number. The tooltip is telling me what happened, but we cannot view the numbers there. What do? You can see this T here. If I click on the T, it will put the numbers here. Or if I use this place also, I will just check this box, show mark label. It will show the number of people involved in each of them. While the other one is very small, we cannot see. There are 15 here. You can see here we have 3 whatsoever. So let's quickly format the number. Format the number. Format it. We have the Tableau, the text here. Let's make it think we use Tableau Medium for the other one. So let's use a similar font. And I think we use, okay, we cannot use that color again now. But it's not okay. Okay, let's leave it as automatic. Okay, go to the color. And okay. Okay, so we have the alignment. I think it's okay at the center. So we have the shading, the color shading. Need to shade anything. I think we should leave that. Okay. So we have that's the header. Okay, there's no even header. What are we doing before? There's no even header there. So inside the pane, let's make it 14. The text number inside the pane to be 14. Let's go in this. Where's the text? Okay. Medium. Okay. Okay, let's format this. Okay. Have the axis to be this. Let's make it 12. To be 12. Bolding. Okay. So that is good for now. Okay, let's use the same font. Let's come here and format the same thing here also. Format also. Let's change this also to the blue medium. Let's increase this also to 14 and bolding it. I think we are good. So this line here, if you want to do alignment, you can do alignment here, row, column, but for the lines here, so all the lines you have, okay, this is for the margin, what do you call it? The borders. So let's go to the line, the grid lines is none, and trend line, can also use this one also, none also. So for column and the row, that's for column. For row, there's a grid line here, let's make it none. Okay, is this, but the background is pure white. If you like, you can give the background something for the sheet. Just give the background, the worksheet, kind of a gray color, something like this. Okay, just to make it, and let's give it a good name. This is okay, this Titanic, okay, passengers analysis by gender. Agendas. So select this, bolding it. Let's give it a good W semi-bold. Let's put it in center and let's give it a color. Okay. Let's use the color here and let's apply and see. I think it's okay like this. I'll make it like a 16 bigger. Apply. Let's see. Okay. So we are good. We have the second views. So we have the first one here. So let's name this sheet to be KPI. Let's rename this to be gender or column chart. Any name you like, give it to it. You can call it gender analysis. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Then the sheet 3. Let's look at something else again. Now, let's see. Let's say you want to see these people by their age group. Is it possible to check them by their age group? Yes. So let's quickly look at their age group. And or let's look at histogram. For histogram, we just need one measure. One measure for histogram. And let's look at their ages. Their age. Click on this, and you can see that when I selected this, all these visual that pop up, these are the tools that I can use for this. These are the visual that are good. These are recommended visual for what I have picked already now. If I pick something else again, you can see that more visuals are now coming up again. So, but for now, let's stay with what we have, and I'm going to select histogram. You can see the histogram is ready. So you can see the age group from 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15 to 20. So you can see the number of people involved in this incident. So which means we have more people within the age of between 20 and perhaps 40. More people who died actually fall between what? Between 20 and 40. Can you see now? So let's quickly label it. Let's put number on it. So you can see the number of people involved in this accident or in this mishap. It's as simple as that. By just checking this box, you can see the number there. It's as simple as that. So now with this, if you want to change the bin, what if you want to change this bin? If you look at this dimension, automatically Tableau has added a new bin to us for this into our analysis. There's no age bin before. Now you can see age bin as a dimension. So you can right click on this and click on edit. Size of bin is currently 4.93. You can make it 5, you can make it 10. Okay, let's use 10 so that we can see how you can see it clearly, because 4.93 and 5, they are just like the same thing. You can see now we now have between 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. You can see the number of people involved. So we have more people between 20 and 40. See the same thing that we have before. So, but let's return it back to 5, 5. I think 5 is not bad. 5 is not bad. So you can make it back to 5 and click OK. So now just let's leave it like this and let's format this. This is the age analysis of the people here. Okay. What happened if you want to see this age analysis? What else do you think we can also use here? What do you want to see more here? We have seen their ages and we have the age group, class, crew, or passenger, disembarked hat, or embarked.
Can we use
by what?
People from maybe the hometown.
Oh, the hometown, it will be too much. Okay. If you want to know the hometown, for example, in this case, okay, let's see how it's going to look like. And if it doesn't work, we take it off. It's as simple as ABC. Home country, let's take home country into color. You can see that we have more people in blue. Which company is blue? Null. Null. That means some people are not, these people, their country is not even known at all. So we have more people. Okay, let's age bin. Home country is none here. Then which country is this? England. This one, I think we have more people on this axis more. So let's say we want to exclude this. This null, want to exclude it, just right click on it and click on exclude.
Hide,
yeah. Is it hide? Exclude. No, not hide. Exclude. I see that it has excluded that. This hide. Okay. It's not excluding all. Let's quickly come to this place and here exclude. Exclude null. Yeah, good. So that has been excluded. in our analysis. So we cannot see the countries here. But like I said, the country is too much.
Yes.
So it will be too much because we have plenty of countries. So that would be too much for the analysis. So that's how to learn. When you do something and you see it's not working, you take it off, and you can look at it from perspective of something that is not much. Gender can work here. In this case, gender can still work, and even the survive or not survive can still work here from this analysis because it's just 3: survived or disembarked. Oh, okay. What happened if we are only interested in survivor and victim? You get me now? We are only interested in survivor and victim. You can see even the disembark is very small. We cannot even see them on this line. You cannot even see their line. It's very small. So how do we do that? How do we use filter in this case? We're going to bring the survivor again into filter. You can see here, after I've excluded something from the home country, that's given us this. It's given us this. So I'm going to bring survived into filter. What happened? It bring out this. This record I can from now I can now uncheck this and click apply. Then okay. Now we now have just the survivor and the victim alone. And you can see their age range to see how much people survive under the same age, under each age range, and how many people actually became the victim of the accident. So we can see them like this. So we can use gender also can still go in this case. What about if okay, I will use something else for that there. Okay, so let's leave this now. Let's quickly format it. What do we have here? What we have age analysis, right? Call it as passenger analysis. Passenger analysis by age.
By age.
By age. Control A. Remember, if you want to format it, you must select everything. If you format without selecting, it will only format the text you are working on, like this. To only format something, a single line. So you have to select everything. What you want to format, select this. I think we use Tableau Semibold, and we put in the center. I think we use something like 16 or so, and we bolding it, and we use something like this, the color, and I think apply. Okay, good. Okay, so for the other ones here, also you can also click on the format also. So you format this. Let's put this one. Let's make this W medium. I think I used something like that before. Then we make this one like 14 or so, or 12 or something like that. So let's hide this, edit axis. We don't need this count of age. I'll close this. That is it. That's gone. And we don't need the age. Okay, the age bin. Since we already know it's according to age, we can also hide. We can show the header. It will go off. Oh, it has taken all the numbers also. Control Z.
So we need to.
Yeah. So let's edit instead. Then let's edit it and just change this age bin. Let's just remove this age bin and then close it. So the number I see there, our histogram. So, and the line here. Okay, I think we should let's keep the line.
Format the age.
Okay. Oh, age. Yeah. Thank you very much. Format this. So let's quickly see the formatting option here. Okay. The font of W medium, I think. We use medium, yes. And we use like 14 or so for the other one. So we use 14 for this one. And one of the advantage of Power BI in this case is that you can copy format in Power BI. You cannot copy format here. Okay, I will leave this grid line like this. I think I like it. This cross, this column and this grid line. If you want to shade the background, you can come and shade the background. You can format the total. Anything you want to do, you can just you want to change the lines. You can change your lines according to based on column, on row, or whatever you want to do. So let's add 2 more visual and the build, and now see how to create a dashboard in Tableau.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Yes,
yes.
Sir. Can we remove the 2 nonce after the HB? You see 75. That 2 nonce.
Okay.
Yes.
Hide. Can you see what I did? I just click and hide. That's gone off.
Yes.
Yeah. To go. Okay. So let's name this sheet by age. Name age. Okay. Good. What else? Again, let's also look at it again. There are a lot of things we can do with it. You can see that we can do so many things with this. Okay, let's look at the classes. What do we have under these classes? Or we should look at the crew or passenger. Are they crew? Those people who died. How many crew are among them? And how many passenger? So, okay, let's quickly look at this. Let's bring this one to row and see. Okay, we have crew or passenger. Which means even we can also use this one. We can also use this one as to create stack column chart also. There are only 2. Okay. Although we know that passenger will always be more than them. Okay, so let's see the number of passenger count or number of passenger. Let's bring this. Just click on this. We can see 1,100 crew. And 1,000. The crew are very much. So okay, we already have it in a text form. What if we want to change it from text to this, the pie chart? It's not bad. Let's put it in the center view. Is it? Is it? So it's very nice. So you can see the pie chart here. Okay, you want to show the number? Just click on this. Show the mark. We have 1,104, 1,362 here. Okay. What else do we need? Assuming we don't want to see this. We don't want to see this. We want to see this color here. Okay. What is this? This is okay. The size, based on the size. The size is the number of people based on is used to determine the size. Okay, let's take the passenger. This passenger. I want it to show here, so that we can remove this. I want to remove this, so we don't need to look at the color. Hide card, and even this hide card. Don't need this. So I don't want to look at the color before I know what this blue is standing for and what this red or whatever is standing for. What do? I will just bring the crew or passenger into text. Let me bring it now and see. Passenger into text. Now we can see passenger and crew, but number has gone off. Okay, bring number again into the label again. Then you see the 2 of them. Okay, let me bring the number again into the label again for the 3rd time. Okay, that's not working. Okay, no wala. I'm going to bring it again, but before I bring it, we have 2 texts, name and number. I want to click on this. I click on the number. Then I want to show it as a percentage of total. You can see quick table analysis calculation. So we have 55% and 44%. Now that's good. Now I can bring my this in again because they are the same. That's why it's not accepting before. Now I have another one now. Number of people again. Yeah, good. Now you can now see that we have the number of people, percentage, and what they stand for. So I can drag this one above this so that we can see the number before the percentage. That is that's good. So let's quickly format this text. Font. Let me change the font to 12. Then we have this to be Tableau what? Tableau, I think we are using medium, right? Using medium before. And this percentage self, I think point we need one digit will be okay for us. So we'll format it. So I think we are good with this. If you want to increase the size, just click on this place and increase the size. So I think it's okay like this. Then okay, I think we are good. We're still good like this. Okay. Like this. Okay, we want to format this number. This one is percent, the one with percentage. You can see this sign in front of it. This sign. If you want to, assuming the calculation here is wrong, you can still edit the calculation here. Now, before we only have the calculation and the quick calculation, but now we have edit calculation after we have created a formula. So you can edit the calculation and change it. Maybe you want to, maybe the calculation in the across, you want to change it up or down or whatever, you can just click on it and you change it. Okay, let's quickly format it.
Can we change the decimal points?
Yes.
As we have in Excel? Can we change decimal point?
Yes, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here. We have percentage here and we change it to 1 decimal or 1 decimal is okay. Oh, 0 abi 0.0. No, let's make it 0 decimal and leave it like that. Okay, so we've just created a good pie chart here. So let's format the, let's give it a name. This is passenger or crew analysis, right? Passenger, please. Passenger. I don't understand English, please, no first. Passenger stroke crew analysis. Control A, boarding, centralize, 16, Tableau, mid, I think semi-bold. Semi-bold. I use a kind of colors like this and apply. Let's see. Okay, let's make it 16 is okay. And I think we are good. We are good. I don't want to do too much color. I don't know much color, so I don't like to use color too much because I'm not used to color. But if you know how to mix color together, fine and good. You can always come here and change your color here. Click on it, edit color, and then choose any color you like. But if you are using the current Tableau, you have more color. You have access to more color whatever from here also. But for my own case now, let me just do what I know very well. Don't let me go into the field of people I don't know. Okay, so let's rename this to be what? Crew. Okay, now let me quickly we'll stop here. I will not add any other one so that we can build the dashboard. I would like to, there are two powerful things in Tableau, is date and map or region. Map, Tableau is very good when it comes to date. Tableau you will like to use Tableau when you work with Tableau date. Very good with date, but we can't do that now. The trend, that's why we use this page. You see the trend and you see the movement along whatsoever. Okay, okay, as it is now, let's say okay, let me quickly show you something. You can see here we have crew, we have passenger. You can see something showing here, crew or passenger, percentage of total clinical dose 55%, number of people, this and that. Okay, how do we format it in a way that it can be readable? Let me quickly show you. Can you see the tooltip here? Click on this tooltip. This is all the story. You can now write this in English. You can write English now. Get it now. Number of either crew or passenger, number of total, percentage of total across whatever, this and that. You can say, okay, from so amount of this, we have from number of people, from this number of people. Let me quickly cut this and take it up. Control X, take it up here. Control V, and this, sorry, Control Z. Okay, let me take this crew or server down. Okay, from the number from the total is total from, okay, let's from this number itself, comma, we have okay, sorry, number of crew. This is okay, the number of crew of number of that of the number, the total, the number of crew, okay, and the ship equals, let me copy this now, this sum of number equals this, and put percentage of the percentage of total equals to this, and I click OK. Okay, you can see now that when I put my cursor on it now, that's changed. The number of passengers in the ship equals to this, and the percentage of this. When I come here, the number of crew in the ship is this, and the percentage of total is what? 45%. So you can always do that. You can also tooltip using another table. You can use a table. You can tooltip table with another table. For example, let's look at this gender table, and I want to tooltip with crew now. So let's quickly look at it. I'm going to click on tooltip again here, and instead of all these, whatever, I can take them off, and I will insert a sheet. I can insert a sheet crew, and click OK. So when I click on this, you can see that now I can analyze this gender with another sheet, which is showing, okay, how many of these those disembarked are crew. We have about 91% crew among these 234. So those who are disembarked, we have more crew that are disembarked than passenger among disembarked. Okay, what about the survivor? We still have more survivor than passenger. 191 survivor are crew. And let's look at this, like equal 676, 690, almost like 49, 51%. So you can see that even though without writing anything, we can view them. Okay, this passenger, all these are passengers. All these disembarked here, ladies, are passengers here. Here we have passenger to be 80% disembarked or survivor, and we have how many survivor passenger? We have more passenger as a victim than crew. So that's another way by which you can just tooltip a sheet with another sheet. So let's quickly create a dashboard. So we have created like 4 sheets now. So let's quickly create a dashboard and see how it's going to look like. Dashboard. Any question? How many people are online? Okay, I think we still have a good number before the time go off. Okay, so right. Let's quickly create a dashboard. There are various ways by which you can create your dashboard. There are various ways by which you can create a dashboard. But we are going to look at the simple way. And you see all these boxes here. We use them to create dashboard. Want to show title of a dashboard? Use this to show title of dashboard. You want to show title, you can just bring a text and then put it there. And we have tile and floating. When you click on tile, anything you bring here will fill this box. Can you see? It has filled it up. So if I bring something, gender, under this, it will also fill it. Can you see that it's filling up? It's filling up. I can also, okay, no, this is too much for me. Let me use like this. Good. And take this off. Those disembark or not disembark. Okay, I can come and put it here later. Okay. Okay, let's make this one float. I'll make this one floating. I want to float this. So that it can I can carry it and place it on is a family here. Is a family here. This one is useful. So let me take this one. So this is called tiled. I tiled this, but I still have space above here that there's nothing there. Okay, I've brought the gender. Okay, what about the age analysis? The age. Can I put the age by the down by under it? Okay. Analysis by age. No. So you can see that it's filling up, but I don't want to fill up. I want it to come down. I want to come down. I want to bring this one by the side. Really. I want to put the crew by the side. Okay. Then that's a tile approach. You can see that as I'm bringing them, they are filling up the space themselves. So, okay. So the last one here. Sorry, I already make you float now. Come on. Okay. Then we can have the age analysis under. I want to put it under. Okay, good. Can you see that we have a very beautiful dashboard? Okay, if you want this one to show, you are going to add some color and you add some border lines to them. So as you can see how interactive it is. Okay. So also you can see the size here. Here you can change the size of the whatever. You can use a fixed size or automatic size. So that this is automatic size of my screen. This is my screen size now. So remember, I said we don't give a name to that board. I'm going to remove this. Don't need name for the first one. Hide title. Don't need it because title does not have anything to do here. So I want to show you title here. I can just click on this. I can say okay. Our title name. I can give a name now. What's our title name? Titanic. Titanic. Titanic dashboard analysis insight whatever. Okay. Okay, let's make it a blue board. There's the blue board now. Let's use that blue board. And then let's make it like a 20. Let's give it a color. Let's use blue since we already have blue in our analysis. And I think okay. Let's click OK. So now we have our dashboard ready. So one more thing. You see that now you can see the scene does not still give us, it's not interacting yet. Remember in Power BI, we added this thing to make it act interactive. So if you look at this now, if I click on this, it's still working, it's working. The visual is working on every of them. This filter that we brought that come with this particular visual. But what about if you click on this? Want to see the number of crew, want to see whatever. You see a drop down here. Click on this drop down and make it a filter. Sorry, not a drop down. You see this filter here, use as filter. It has turned to white. Look at this one also. Click as use this table as filter too. Look at this one. Also, let's use this as a filter. So I'm using the three of them as a filter. So when I click on this, it's going to reflect on everything we have here. Number of people who belong to crew among these people. And then we have this. So the same thing, we click on this, you can see that they are now interacting together. All of them are interacting together. Remember here, we have removed disembarked, and you can see the top here. That's taken off the disembarked also. So that is a way by which we can visualize our data, and they create a very nice looking Tableau whatsoever. Okay, so we have created our dashboard, and the final one is the story. Let's quickly see how story works. We're going to bring something into story. We have a blank story here. Let me bring this gender into story. Here, this is how I'm going to write all the story. My explanation of this data. This is how I'm going to write my explanation of this data. I'm going to write everything I want to say, everything here, everything here. Write everything here. I write everything with everything. Write all your story here and move on. Then you write. You can see the presentation now. It's just like PowerPoint. So let's add another one, another blank. Again to the right side again. Bring another visual into this place, and add another one again, another blank again. Bring your dashboard into it, and let's see them together. Let's quickly preview this and see how it's going to work. So, okay, you can see now, you are explaining something to your boss, you explain the whole thing, all the story here, and then you move to the left, you explain the story here. You can see we have the story. Okay, this, I think the size of this thing is the story size is overlapping. So let's pick a size. Let's use automatic size. Okay, good. So let's preview it again now. Now you can see it at a glance. Here you explain the story, and all your sheets are here. You can quickly move around and then do your presentation. Very nice, very good looking, and as you are working on them, it's also interacting. From even as a story point, you can also see that even the other charts that we link together are also working fine and good. So you can always move from there, and it's a good way to start learning Tableau. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you've gained some insight into Tableau, and I believe you can always learn more and build on this. Okay, before we round it up, you have one or two questions. If you have one or two questions, you can ask your question now before we call it off.
Yeah, thank you, sir, Mr. Akin. So
Welcome.
that story, yes, so it's actually looked like a presentation. So
exactly.
Can't we the story? Yes.
Yes.
So and it's like a presentation. It's showing page by page.
Page by page, and explanation. You type explanation there, which somebody can equally read as we are presenting too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I just type jargons there. But the normal day you type something there on a normal day.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Good.
Okay, sir. So, good evening,
saying,
sir.
good evening.
So, from the story side, if one is able to save the document, you can always also present the story normally.
Yeah, you can
As
also
PowerPoint, automatic PowerPoint.
Yeah, you remember I showed you here. If you want to download something, I said you can. Okay, let's look at this. Let's quickly go to my profile. What happened here? Okay. Oh, what's happening? I lost connection. Reconnect. Lost connection. Or even here. I want to show you from there. You can export as PowerPoint the whole sheet or part of the sheet. Can you see? You can export it as a PowerPoint. It's asking me, is this view? No. Specific sheet or all the sheet? Right now, specific sheet from this workbook or specific sheet from dashboard. I can say from all. I can select all. I can download everything as what? As a PowerPoint. That's one. You can, if you are using Tableau Public also. So your visual also can be downloaded as let me close this. Don't publish. You can also come to your visual and download as PowerPoint or whichever one you see online that you need to explain something on. Click on your viz and download. You see the option to download as PowerPoint also. Can you see? So, which means that you can see download PowerPoint and come and edit your PowerPoint presentation and do your presentation. You get it now. So if you are used to PowerPoint, good. But you know, PowerPoint will not be interactive like it is under the story. You get it now. Under story, you can see that all the pages are still interacting. Sorry, cancel this. All the sheets are interacting. All the pages are working together. You get it now. But PowerPoint will be like image. It will be just like image in your PowerPoint. That's just the difference between the two. Okay. So thank you very much for your time. And remember,
in as much,
okay, go ahead.
as much you said, we can, and as well, if it is like a portfolio, we can log into the cloud and at least we can present it directly from cloud.
Yes. You can
Something
edit.
we have access to.
You can edit it from cloud. You can edit it. Your visual.
Also
click on edit. Click on edit and you start working again on the visual. You can work from it from here. You can also work on it even from your Tableau whatsoever. You can see log in into it. You log into your cloud and you log in into it. You get it now. So you can still work even from your Tableau.
We can as well present like the Public.
Yes, you can present online with your story. Yeah, you can present it. Your story is there online. You can publish. You can share your story online. You can share your story using Tableau Public that you have on your system, and you can use the online version. Whichever one you like, you can. It's always there for you to use. Yeah.
Okay. So much.
Okay. So you can see that Tableau is a very good tool, and it gives you a lot of opportunity to analyze and go deeper. You can see there's something called LOD in Tableau, level of details. There's no limit to the level of detail you can add and add and add, except you see that it's not making sense. You know, you have something that you yourself, you see that this is not really making any sense to you yourself. But in as much as it's making sense, there is no level of detail that is too much. That is too much when it comes to Tableau analysis. So, like we said earlier, I'm going to share the video with you. But just like I shared a poll yesterday. I was just laughing. So nobody can see only few people practice with that Power BI. Only few, very small, simply because it's free. I know because they got it for free, they will not know the value really much. But this is Tableau also. Download, practice. Please, no knowledge is waste. You remember where we started from. The need to upskill is very important now. The need to upskill. You don't need to. Not everybody will reskill, but from wherever you have, you can always add to that skill that you already have. You can always add to that skill. Always add, and nothing is too much. It's an investment. It's an investment so that one will not just find himself in the midst, maybe in the midst of the pool or whatever at any point in time. There are people who are already Oga, they are Oga before. Today, they are struggling to find their feet. They are struggling to find their feet because the company can no longer afford to pay 5,000 staff. They have to remove some people, and those people who are earning high will have to leave to reduce the cost on the company. And you can see anything can happen from there. Anything can just happen at that point. So, but at the point when the more equipped you are, the more you are fitting into anything, into any establishment. You have a lot of tools. If they don't need this service, you have this service. You don't need this skill, you have this skill. So wherever you always become like a nucleus, or is it a nucleus inside in biology? That you always be in the center. They always need you for one thing or the other. And that is a good way I want all of us to use. Please take advantage of this. Practice this thing we've learned today. Practice it. You know, it doesn't cost you anything to practice it. It costs you nothing than your time. Try to use your time. And if you can afford, the next class is coming up. Like I said, you remember, some people who are here who have been following my classes last year, this same class we were doing for 25,000 last year. It's now 60,000. And who knows in March if the price will also change? Who knows? So take advantage. The last one we did was 50,000. Now it's 60,000. So who knows in March again if the price is going to go up? Please take advantage of all this cheap and free learning. If you cannot afford to pay for the full class, you can still make use of this. This one, looking at this, joining this small learning, you are no longer a novice when it comes to Tableau. You're no longer a novice. Again, at least you can build 1, 2, 3 visuals. You can know how to create a dashboard at least in one way, not all the ways. And from there, you can even use you can also use YouTube to learn more. But in that case, if you want to self-learn, you need more time. Self-learning is very difficult, because all the classes are not structured. All the classes on YouTube or whatever, they are not structured learning. So sometimes you are not even sure of yourself, of what you've learned. You are not sure of what you have learned sometimes. Whatever. So thank you very much for your time. So till we meet, we are still together in the group, and the class starts next the second week in January. Starting the class.
Yeah.
Hello.
So I wasn't in the last class. Is there a way I can get the video also?
I've shared the video in the group. If you don't have it, you can ask from the group. Somebody will share with you. The link is there with you.
Okay.
You have the link in the group. Yes, you can always get it in the group. Unless you are not, unless you don't, you are not belong to any of my groups.
So I just joined.
Just joined. Okay. Ask in the group. Either myself or somebody else can share the link with you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. You're welcome.
You can as well help us share the link, sir.
So what?
I said you can as well help out on that.
I said either myself or somebody else can just. I have a lot of things on my hand. A lot of things. A lot of things are there. So I may not even, if not that, because it's my group. Sometimes I may not even open the group. I may not open the group for like 1 week or 2 weeks. You get it about it because it's my group, and I have a particular reasons to open it during these last 2 weeks because of this free class that I'm giving out. You get it now. So, but if you ask in the group, and there are a lot of people there, they are all good, and somebody can always share it. Than to wait for me. If you wait for me, it might take more time than you think. And if I'm lucky, I can also be there and they just share it immediately too. Get that? Okay. So thank you very much. I appreciate your time for making it a success. If you are not here, the class will not be sweet. I can't be talking to myself, and I am very, very grateful to having you here. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing, giving part of you